Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well today. So there's a huge opportunity for millions of Americans to see higher Social Security checks, but time is running out. Congress has just a few weeks to act, or this chance could disappear completely, leaving countless people waiting for relief. So, what does this mean for you and your benefits? Let's break it all down. Recently, someone in our community reached out and said, "Hey, can you explain what's going on with this? I'm nervous. These higher benefits would make a huge difference for my household." First, I want to say thank you for reaching out. Your concerns are valid, and I know this is a stressful time for many people. That's why I'm here to help clarify what's happening and what might happen next. So here's the situation. Earlier this year, the House of Representatives passed a bill with overwhelming support, 327 votes in favor and 101 against. That's a massive margin and shows that lawmakers from both sides of the aisle agree this issue needs to be addressed. The bill is now in the Senate, but so far, they haven't taken any action. And this is where things get tricky. Congress has until January 3rd to act before the current session ends. If the Senate doesn't move on this bill by then, it will have to be reintroduced in the next Congress, which could mean months or even years of delays. The legislation we're talking about is called the Social Security Fairness Act, and it aims to fix two provisions that have been unfairly reducing benefits for millions of Americans. These provisions are the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, GPO. Let me break these down for you. The WEP reduces Social Security benefits for people who worked in jobs not covered by Social Security but who also qualify for a government pension. The GPO, on the other hand, reduces spousal and survivor benefits for people in similar situations. These rules have been in place for decades and have caused a lot of financial hardship, especially for public sector workers like teachers, police officers, and firefighters. Now, if this legislation passes, it would repeal both the WEP and the GPO, increasing benefits for an estimated 2.8 million people. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, 2.8 million out of over 72.5 million Social Security recipients doesn't sound like much. And you're right, it's a small percentage overall. But for those affected, the impact would be life-changing. For many, it could mean finally being able to cover essential expenses or enjoy a more secure retirement. And here's the good news. Preliminary reports suggest that the Senate already has the votes to pass this bill. They need 60 votes to move it forward, and at least 63 senators have reportedly expressed support. So, why hasn't it passed yet? That's a good question and one that a lot of people are asking. The delay seems to come down to Senate leadership prioritizing other issues or simply not bringing it to the floor for a vote. With time running out, this lack of action is incredibly frustrating for the millions of people waiting on this legislation. So, let's talk about the timeline. As I mentioned earlier, Congress has until January 3rd, which is when the current session ends and the new Congress begins. After that, any unfinished legislation will have to be reintroduced from scratch. This isn't just a matter of a quick revote. It could take months or even years to get back to where we are now. Adding to the urgency is the fact that this is the holiday season. Lawmakers often take breaks around this time, which leaves even fewer working days to get things done, and if they don't act soon, this opportunity could slip away. And while the legislation will likely come up again in the future, there is no guarantee it will pass or be a priority for the new Congress. This is why the current moment is so critical. The House has already done its part by passing the bill, the Senate likely has the votes to approve it, and the President is expected to sign it into law. All the pieces are in place, they just need to take action before the clock runs out. So, what can you do? First, stay informed. Knowledge is power, and understanding what's at stake can help you advocate for yourself and others. If you know someone who might be impacted by this legislation, share this video with them. The more people who understand what's happening, the more pressure we can put on lawmakers to act. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any updates. I'll be here to keep you informed every step of the way. So then I want to end by saying thank you for watching and for being part of this community. As we head into the holiday season, I know many of you are facing challenges, but I want you to know that you're not alone. Together, we can stay informed and push for the changes that matter. Take care of yourselves, stay warm, and I'll see you in the next video.